Ghost lights, corner spot, steam rising from the paper plate. You said, kid, keep your mouth shut, you'll eat good, just show up late. Black car by the hydrant, cigar smoke in the summer rain. Everybody kissing on your pinky ring, like it could wash away their shame. I grew up under Crazy Joe, learn what to hide, learn what to show. Prayers in the bar, bag deals in the snow. That's the way America made me go. American made under Crazy Joe.
But the Bob Kennedy parties are coming
But I don't
back.
like going there because I got to pay $75. I eat like a pigeon.
You do.
Well,
That's why I like going there.
Right.
I eat this much and I got to pay $75. I'm not saying it's bad. I said, but me, I eat like a pigeon. You know how I eat?
Right. Yeah.
I eat this much.
Yeah.
So that's why I like going.
Yeah, so like you said, the magazine basically is coming back. We're gonna start doing. I mean, we never stopped it, but we started doing like one novelty issue to keep the
Right.
brand alive.
That's what we do.
We were doing
Right.
other things, and now obviously, now that we have the magazine show, we're gonna be doing regular magazines, which means regular launch parties.
That's
So
great.
we obviously, you guys open invitation to come to everyone, and we really would love to see you guys there. Your fans would love to see you there as well. I know for sure. But we
In
correct me
October.
if I'm wrong, Daddy, we're gonna have you guys in the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just got to
great.
sit down and,
Have any ideas, or if you, like I said, if you need something in the magazine that you think fits, you just let me know. We'll do whatever.
And we're having a party in October. You guys are all invited. Anything you want to put on a separate repeat, just put it up there.
Thank you.
We'll have media there. I'm gonna pull some strings, beg.
We got a cologne coming out.
We don't have to beg
Yeah.
nobody. Don't worry.
Yeah, I heard that.
We have a cologne coming out called Capo.
That's great.
It smells great too.
Yeah, I'm
really
so
good.
excited.
I never smelled
That-
it. You brought
I
it to the
brought it.
shoot.
I bring it everywhere with me.
got
Like
it,
the
right?
used car
Yeah,
sales.
you got it with you?
Everywhere
Yeah,
I
smell
go,
it.
I got it with me.
We're on the way out. It's
Yeah,
good.
get the smell.
Well,
Spray
we
yourself
should,
on
Yeah,
the
I'll put
rock.
it.
Yeah,
I
I'll
drive,
send everybody.
I drive
gift
everybody
packages.
crazy. I sit in the cafe, Bobby's, and I said, everybody walks by, I hit them with it. They said, Frankie boy, you're losing.
come here.
One. Yeah, I just hit them with. They don't know what I'm doing to them, and they could. Everyone's. I just drive everybody
awesome.
crazy. How's it smell? How's it smell?
Yeah, we got the cologne coming out. We have a perfume coming out called Diamond Dolls. It's not the strip club, but that came from Donna Scott. So we have those two things working.
Nice.
I never talked to China so much in my life, but here I am. We're doing it. I sent Frankie things. He's like, "You made a mistake."
good
He
luck
has
with that.
good eyes for the magazine because I'm like all over the place. So we're excited. So the parties will come back up,
Awesome.
and Mob Candy's back, and you guys.
Nice.
Anybody
We're happy to have you guys on, man. Thank you.
Anytime,
so much.
anytime.
And thank you for
anytime.
allowing us to come on.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you very much.
Thank you.
And I got a new book coming out March. If anybody wants to go, take a look. I got a book coming. What is it? The Joe Pafacci story. So
Okay.
That's good.
it's coming out in March.
That's great.
Just drum up some sales.
Yeah.
Give everybody samples.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
One thing important
Thank
about
God
the
about
Capo cologne, I want to say, there was a lot of thought into it. There was a lot of work into it. It's a year's worth of research on the smell. This isn't like, hey, this isn't, there was arguments, tears, a lot
Yeah.
went into this, getting it to where we, and so what's important for us is that when we do give you the sample, we want honest, authentic, either review or just even if you're just giving us the feedback, anyway, we don't want people say like, I like it, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because
Right,
this
right.
is supposed to really embody.
I like it, and you go home and wash your hands.
You can tell us personally it sucks, but when we're out
Yeah,
the
right.
cameras,
Public,
you
you can
best
lie.
thing you ever
Yeah,
hate.
but that's the only way to perfect.
I want
What do you want, you know?
I want it to be like something like a capo would wear. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Right.
a boss would wear. So,
Yeah.
it's not something. It's not it's kids cologne. I think kids can wear it.
Right.
But I think it's not a kids cologne.
Yeah, it was made in the lab. It's an original formula.
It's the original formula. That's what's taking so long.
Yeah,
remember?
and then the
designs
bottles.
and boxes, where to get them,
Oh, yeah.
bottles. This is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Victor
It's,
designed.
I'm sure it's not
It's a
easy.
lot of
In
work.
hindsight, I did not realize how long
Right.
the
Yeah.
process would be and how much money it
And
would take
expense.
to get there. But
Oh, the expense, I'm
it's
sure,
about
is
the hassle.
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're weeks away. I mean,
We're weeks away. I'm just waiting for
Shipments, right?
I mean, we got the prototype.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I love the USA, and I do want to buy everything from the USA,
But
but
you can't.
you're a little expensive.
No, but you buy USA, they call China and they send it.
Yeah, right.
Stupid people do that.
Double standard.
Yeah,
over there.
stupid people do that. No,
Well,
you go
once
right
we
to
get
them.
it rolling, we'll have everything done in the
Frank,
US.
I got a
That's
quick
Scouts
question that
Honor.
you just
Yes.
mentioned, the book you just wrote in March, Joe Profaci.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be in your book or not, but there was a chapel that Joe Profaci built, a church,
Yeah, he was a big contributor to that.
and he actually put his mirror on his face on the painting in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Where is this church?
14th,
Because I know it's somewhere in Brooklyn.
13th is the church in 13th, 14th Avenue, right there. And then I'll give you a name for it later.
Yeah,
Gina Pace?
Is that Regina
No.
Pace? Yeah. No, that's on.
No,
Regina
I'll get
Pace.
you to. I'll get it to you when I.
Since
when
I
get
was a
home.
kid, I
Yeah,
saw this
he put a lot of
documentary
money
once, and I
into
wanted
it.
to see this church where it was. And
Yeah, he was a big contributor. Didn't help him.
On
But
the
he-
ceiling.
help.
He has it on the ceiling? He's got-
Yeah, he's a-
13th Avenue by 80s, 80s,
I
80s.
think it was like 67th Street off of 13th, 14th. I'll find it exactly where it is. But he a lot of money in there. In fact, they robbed a statue. One of the stories robbed a statue. He was very instrumental in getting it back, and he got it back.
Got it back,
You know,
right.
but I said that it's all the prayers, all the money. You know, he's still dead. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
got choked. And he wasn't that old, man.
know.
You know, 60s, early 60s.
that's not old. That's
No.
not old. Not old.
Yeah.
And I mean, he looked like he was 104. But most of those old guys, they
Old
look
timers,
like
yeah.
Vito Genovese. All those guys, they look like they were. I'm older than them
Oh yeah.
right now,
Oh yeah.
and they all look like
When you read the age, it's like
My God,
looks like
you-
my grandfather.
Yeah.
They're all younger
it must
than
have
me.
been hard
You know, it's
lives,
crazy.
or I don't know, but they looked old,
They look-
and they died young.
They died young.
You know, but he was a strange. When the book comes out, Facci was a strange guy.
Yeah,
you
all
know
the
what I mean?
stuff like the books and the magazines and Capo, you'll
And
be
Diamond
able to,
Dolls.
and Diamond Dolls, you'll be able to
Just like
find-
this, I wrote this
Online?
one because I sat with
Online?
Yeah,
Carlo
we're gonna put
the
everything.
summer of
everything out.
What do you guys do
'74
with gifts?
for the whole summer.
I do
The whole
giveaways.
summer.
Yeah, no,
Whole summer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
use
Tata Marino's Dixie
Right.
Tavern in
Okay.
Brooklyn. They used to go there. It was a good Genovese guy, and very close with Carlo. And my father used to go there every Thursday with Joe Schapani and a couple other guys, and have dinner. And before they went to go play cards at the Gondola on Atlantic Avenue, a big place to go play cards. So my father used to call me up and call me up after bring the money because we're gonna go play cards. So I come in, and they're in the back room of this Dixie Tavern, and I used to come in, and I used to walk over to my father and Joe Shep, and I used to give the envelope and kiss Joe, my father, and my father says, "Make sure you say hello over there." He's looking at an old man, not paying attention. I'm a young guy, you know what I mean? Now we know who everybody is. In 1974, I'm not a baby, but you don't pay attention. All the shit's not in your face. You don't even know what a guy looked like. And I said hello, and I went over to him, I shook his hand. I don't know if to kiss him, shit, fuck. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I came out, I called him Mr. Gambino, and I left. So every week we had to do it, Thursday, and we did. And what happened was, when I came in next time, instead of going to my father, I went to my father first. Instead of going to Joe Shep, I went to Carlo, because I had to work my way there. I wanted to get in trouble. Yeah, we did this the whole summer. I wound up getting in trouble with Anil Delagrosse. Bad. I got a club up the block, and 4 guys from the neighborhood come in. It was a battle. And on the way out, they said, "I'm with Anil." And I turned around and said, "I don't give a fuck who you with." They ran back to the Dixie Tavern. They got in touch with somebody, and they said, "The guy up the block said, fuck you." So I get called down to the Dixie Tavern. A guy named Louis Searing he was a consigliere at the time, called me, "Frankie boy, you got to go to the Dixie Tavern." I said, "Why?" He goes, "You must have did something wrong." He goes, "What you do wrong?" I said, "I didn't do nothing wrong." My father was there, Joe Schapani, and Anil was there, and my father grabbed me and goes, "You got to tell him exactly what you said, right?" I said, "Okay, I told him exactly what I said." I sat down, and this guy was gleaming at me, and I shitting a brick. There's 2 guys over there. And my father's there. Now, and he said to me very nicely, he goes, "I want to know exactly, word by word." And I'm shitting. I know my father's there. I know Joe Shep's there. You know, and you heard people get hurt, people that, you know. But Anil's a tough dude. So I sit there, and he goes, "What do you say?" I said, "These 4 guys came in. We had a fight. We threw them out. They came back in, and when they came back in, one of them yelled out, "I'm with Anil." Right? I would have nailed the gross. And I turned around and says, "I don't give a fuck who you with." They went back and said, I said, "Fuck O'Neill." That's why I got caught.
Got you.
So now he looked at me. He goes, "I'm going to ask you." Exactly. I said, and he trusted me. And the kid was in the back. And they cracked him and gave him a beating. And they told him, number one, because he lied. Number two, don't ever use my name. You're not supposed to use this guy's name.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then for lying. And he looked at me, smiled, and Anil said to me, he goes, "Frankie boy," he goes, "You were right." He says, "But 2 words could make you wrong. It takes you from right to wrong by 2 words." I said, "No problem, Mr. O'Neill, no problem."
That was
We left. We went back to President Street because we were hanging out. We had the clubs on President Street. I went back to President Street. I must have drank a bottle of Dewar's. Man, that was. Let me tell you something.
Change your
that would do
Oh
it.
man, they say O'Neill, people talk about 30 years later, but you sit in front of a devil with that guy looking at you. It's a whole different
those
world
eyes.
than reading
You
in
know you got
books.
to do a book on him now, right?
O'Neill?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they ask for it, we could do it.
You could
But
pick
anyway,
it.
I put in the book about the summer with Carlo, and a little more detail and stuff like that. But so that's what happened. So I went back with Carlo, and he comes over, and he spoke Italian fluently. He was a little guy, and he goes, "You're getting yourself in trouble," he says to me. I said, "I didn't know. I didn't do nothing." He goes, "Don't worry about it. We took care of before that." It was already, they already gave me a
already
pass.
squashed.
They already gave me a pass, but they wanted to teach me a
Yeah,
lesson.
They probably wanted
And
to
the
watch
lesson
some
was
scores.
to watch my words,
Right.
Right.
to be right to wrong.
How
And
old
that
are
was
you?
the whole
How
thing.
old are you, Frankie?
I was 18.
Oh God.
I think 18 I was already, yeah.
Well,
That
But I was around the block. I
and
was
they wanted to see if this kid was lying or not.
I was
and
with,
they smacked him up, so.
from a little kid, I was with them. I got my first pinch at 13. The thing, I was all around it.
What do you get pinched with at 13?
I could fight. It was a fighting. And that was the first one. At the El Bolero bar on Court Atlantic Gale. And the fight, it got a lot of the fight and stuff
Yeah.
like that. The bad stuff came when you got older, get bigger stuff. But yeah, I was
18 years old. Huh?
Oh man, it was. But they teach you a lesson, and that's what. So that was privilege of being taught a lesson, But when Carlo turned around and said to me, "Man, it's in the bag. Don't worry about it."
That's
I
fine.
knew the games
That's a good
people
lesson,
play,
though.
man. People play games with you,
Let me tell you, that
Watch
must
how
have been
you
a
say
long
things.
ride to the
Yeah,
Dixie
man.
Tavern.
It's in the book. It's in the book.
Yeah, it's in the book. Let me tell you, shit, man.
That's a long ride to
Anil
the
was
Dixie Tavern.
18 years old. I'm
18
sure
years
you-
old.
Oh my
And
God.
at 18 years old, you think who the hell you are. I mean, I'm with Al Gallo. I was just Joey just got killed. I
your
love Joey
chest out,
Gallo.
right?
Man, you were the best in your mind being with those people. And this guy just like devil's eyes just bite the shit at me. I was walking down the block who the fuck I was. When this guy looked at me, I didn't know whether to run, shit, hide. I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? It was scary. Some guys are scary. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they got that look.
He had
They just
that
gotta look at you.
They just look at you and they breed. You know what I mean? They just breathe. They breathe and look. Like Joey Gallo was
the
that
old
way.
days.
Joey Gallo looked at you. He didn't have to
Right.
open his mouth. He didn't even open his mouth half the time. He just looked at you. That's it. You read his eyes or his facial expression. And you didn't have to do nothing. We used to go. I was a guy named Gumbaril was with me at those days. Yeah. And I used to go, Gumbi. I said, "You think he's mad?" And Gumbi said, "Look at his face." He didn't have to say a word. His smile.
Nowadays you gotta tell your kids 100 times. Back in the day, your grandfather gave you
A look.
You just give you the
Don't
look.
say
Your
nothing.
father,
My
they gave you the
father-
look.
Yeah.
My father used to
He
give
gave
me
you
the
the
look.
look.
He froze.
You froze.
Yeah.
Then you had to go to the bathroom because you had to go change your pants.
Exactly.
Because you shit your pants, like
Yeah.
you said.
Well, how-
It was just a look.
The
it
look.
Was it was just a glance, and that was
But
it.
you have to know
And you
100,000 words
froze.
and explain it.
Silence.
They just look at
Silence.
you, man.
Silence after
You
that.
know, yeah.
They don't have that anymore.
Where'd you
No,
say?
they
No, there's
don't.
nobody around to do that. Who's about that I know? I don't know anything, but who's around that has that prestige or have that old way, and they come up from poverty, that are rough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you were saying when he smiles. You said when he smiles.
You say something about Joe Gallo
was
smiling.
yeah,
Smile.
you were saying
Joey
something.
didn't have to smile. His smile expressions. If you know Joey, you're around him. The way he smiled was the answer or telling you what to do.
Oh, okay.
His eyes would gleam, smile, and he would just. I was with him a year because he was only in jail. I was with him a little boy,
Right.
and I was only in the street with him a year because he got killed in a year. So I was only with him for 1 year.
Wow.
But you know Joey.
He spoke with facial expressions.
Oh man, everything.
That was it.
Few words.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Man, a few
It's
words.
amazing guys around. If you just to see them, what they did or didn't do, I never pushed what they did or didn't do. But just how they acted, and you didn't have to say a word. Not a word.
That's the toughness and the part of everything I was talking about
Just
earlier,
the-
that people are still
Right.
yearning.
You're right, Chris.
But just like
the
it-
kids are born different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the other, even if it's not kids, it's just like I'm a boss. I work for the city too, and all the new hires, it's just a different breed. Like, you know, you try to tell them, go do that, and it's just like,
forget it. They're on their phone.
Work, like,
Right.
like I think people back then, they wanted to work,
Yeah.
put their hours in. You know, the harder you work, the better and they took pride in the
yeah.
quality of everything that they did.
When I
And
started,
now
there
it's
was a
just like-
couple of like,
And like-
6'2" Irish guys, you know. And when I left, these kids are on the phone.
Yeah.
So I learned their way, which were from the '60s and '70s.
Well, like our grandparents.
these
My
guys-
grandfather longshoreman, he broke his ass.
Yeah.
Broke his
See,
ass.
that's what it was years ago. Years ago, you know, my grandfather came over, my father came over. They broke their hole.
Yeah, they broke
They
it.
broke their hole.
For
And they would be
for
called
$6.
you giddy, you wop. And my father had to use his hands too.
Yeah.
Because you had to get the respect.
Yeah.
You know, but through times, things change.
They were proud to go
There
to
was
work.
no,
Right.
there was
Yeah,
no
yeah.
internet.
Proud of what they
there was
did.
no Game Boy. There was.
Nothing.
We played outside until we played stoop ball, punch ball, until the wee hours of the freaking night. As soon as the lights come on,
Right,
though,
street
boom,
lights,
Right.
you
you're
were
home.
home. And then you sat there, and you better be there on time.
Yeah.
And every Sunday, okay, you don't see that nowadays. Every Sunday, you went to go grandma's house.
Right.
And you sat, you ate as a family. And you had 50 people.
Right.
And they had an apartment.
Right.
And
you took
s-
your hat off.
And you sat, 4 people there, 3
At the
people
table.
there, 2 people there.
Who's in the kitchen,
But you
yeah.
still ate
Yeah.
as a family.
Yeah.
Now, oh no.
But you
we
can't
got
get
no
nobody
room,
together
we
no
can't-
more.
Yeah,
it's-
it's
But everybody, don't forget, in
it's sad.
1950, 60,
Yeah.
like I could talk about downtown. We all lived on a 3
Across
blocks.
the street from one another.
Exactly.
Your
same
aunt's over
apartment
there,
building.
your uncle's over
Right.
there. You had to walk 6 blocks to
That's
go, you know, at grandma's house. 6 blocks.
Or you walk down the stairs.
Yeah, or you
Right.
walk down the
Because
stairs.
you in the same
The
apartment
bridge,
building.
the worst thing in the world was the Verrazano Bridge. Because everybody wanted to go to a better life, so they
Right.
It broke the Italian family up, you know. It broke us all up. Everybody went, and you can't get, and that's a whole new world now. But even your grandpa, about coming from Italian, you know, background, they didn't say many words, you know. Your grandpa, you knew.
That's it.
You know, 3 words. You know, he had a habit of saying to me, "Stata zitti," he said to
That's
me.
it. To keep quiet. Don't say
Just
a
be
word.
quiet. Don't say that. That's what you had to say. You know, there'd be big letters and this and that. No one knows that no more. Everybody's gone. You know what I mean? Yeah,
But
everybody's-
Dad, you listened also.
yeah, my
right? So
grandfather
that-
out here
oh,
is
well,
like
that
him.
also. They're not listening to it.
Well, I said, if you didn't listen,
I got
number
3
one,
boys.
No, you get
you
cracked.
get
My
a crack.
boys don't listen. And
Right,
then-
you get a
and
crack.
they're
You don't want to
also-
get cracked, but
Yeah.
My wife is his daughter, so you know she's got the toughness. I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm 53, same era. I'm tough too. I got 3 boys that are still. I don't know if it's in the water. I don't know what it is.
I think it's
Right.
in the
You know,
food
like
they
that,
eat.
come
Yeah.
on, we're eating. Now we force them to eat.
They don't
we
listen
still
no more.
force them to eat. They got to be there. I don't care what you're doing. You're coming back for dinner time,
Right.
and then if you want
Well,
to go back, you can go back. But
Bring it back to the Sunday dinners, and everybody had that. Or a cousin's family.
Right.
There was always a lot of people in that house.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny because how you say it. One of my cousins says I would go back to that time.
in a
Today,
minute.
in a minute, I go back to that time over grandma's house with everybody. Those are the best times
Most
of
of
our
us would.
life.
We just can't.
'Cause, you know,
Yeah.
those are the best times of life.
Well,
You
I'm
know,
still
you
blessed. I
see it
still-
now. You feel it. They don't have that no more.
I'm still
It's not
blessed
here.
to have both my parents around.
Really?
Unfortunately, though, they both have Alzheimer's disease.
Oh wow.
So, which is good in a way and bad in a way. They forget what's going on right now as we speak.
But they
But yet, I can sit with my father, and they'll talk about the old days.
right.
He may tell me the same story
102 times.
500 times.
Yeah, I go
in
through
an
it every
hour.
day.
But you know what? Tell me another 500 because the
Yeah.
the time I can't hear it no more.
You're gonna wanna
I'm
hear
gonna
it.
want to hear it again.
Right.
Like his famous story is a Coney Island story. That he went to Coney Island with a couple of friends.
Right.
They took their clothes off. They had their underwears on. They went in the water. They came back. They found nothing on the
Nothing there.
beach.
They
They
walked
took
it, yeah.
everything. You know, my granddaughter, who's 3 years old, knows the story.
Yeah.
and she's telling me the story.
Well, that's the problem
You
having
had to
having
find
that
the way home.
disease
That's
is
all
They had to
that
find the way home. The police stopped him. Said, "What are you doing with
the
no clothes
disease is a
on?"
bad disease. They
But you
repeat
know
them.
what?
I go through the same thing,
But
man.
that's what it was.
You
But
know,
it's
you know
tough.
what's funny?
It's the
I
stories.
was having that same conversation with my parents. My father's 98, my mom's 95.
God bless.
They're still cooking, they're still doing their own thing. And my father, he remembers poems like when he was like 5, 6 years old. Mussolini gave him a medal.
Really?
Because he was into the fascist thing as a kid. He used to follow Mussolini around, and Mussolini would say, "Who are you? You're not supposed to be here. You're not 8 years old." That was the limit. So so he tells me all these stories. They're like really
some
crazy
keep their minds,
stories,
man.
and he
It's
still
amazing.
remembers.
But the question
like
is,
I said,
can we bring it back? And because
It's never gonna.
Never come back. Forget
I mean,
about it.
you know
It's
what?
over.
I don't.
I don't know if
Technology.
it'll ever, I don't know if we'll ever come back.
Never.
But we could have little gaps of it.
Exactly.
You know, like
Live in
Joe's
your own
younger than
world.
me,
You gotta-
okay, but I'm sure he's teaching his son
Yeah.
the old-fashioned way. Like that's what I do to my kids, okay? Like my kids know.
And I'll be damned.
In
one
2
of my
more weeks,
kids will get it.
you're gonna be in the backyard making sauce, because that's the way it is. I call it sauce.
We can do that, but
everybody.
it's just so
I call it
hard
sauce.
to
think
get
we all
everybody
call it.
together.
Sauce.
Okay.
It's not
So I
gravy.
mean,
Oh,
making
the
the
gravy
sauce,
sauce.
That shit.
making the wine, and making. I'm first generation. I'm passing it over to my kids, and you know what? My granddaughter at 3 years old knows. No, we're making sauce. Yeah, 2 more weeks, honey.
Yeah.
So, at least in my home,
I'll take a red wine, by the
You
way.
know,
if
okay, you guys
can
got
So
it.
your mother and father was born on the other
they were
side.
both born on the other side of Naples, yeah. And they came over. They came over on the Andrea Dory.
Did they?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, my grandmother and grandfather. I'm second here.
Yeah.
So it's my grandmother and grandfather came over in 1902 and 1910 or something like that.
From where, Frank?
Naples.
Naples,
They're
okay.
from
My family's from Naples. Too.
Cassandra.
I'm the only Sicilian here.
That's why you're on the end.
My father's
in the middle.
Napolitan.
I'm in the middle.
My father's Napolitan. My mother's Sicilian.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
But I will say this, Frankie.
There
The
you go,
day I
little-
met
little
you,
one.
you were intimidating.
Am I?
Oh, I met him at the Hideaway at a bar, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna go meet Frank DiMatteo."
Well, that's why I have no friends. I come here because you asked me to come here. Otherwise, I don't have no friends. I stay by myself.
So
I have no
wait, so-
patience.
You're happy by yourself, right?
Oh,
So
yeah,
there's
man.
a part of the bar, there's like a little window, and as I'm approaching, I see a cigar sticking out and smoke, and I'm like, could that be him? And he's sitting there, he's just
By
cold,
myself.
his pinky ring, and I'm standing and looking at him, and he's smoking, and I'm just standing there, and he goes, sit down. And I didn't even sit, I collapsed. I was like,
Your legs give out.
and I just went like this and just stayed, and then all of a sudden he's like talking, and then
Who are you? What do you want? People
Yeah,
are not
he-
used to that. You know?
Right.
And he didn't talk, but it was my turn to talk when he went. And I was like, "Oh, is this my turn?" I said, and he goes, "Who are you?"
That's it. A man of few words, but the facial expression. That's what it
I
is.
have to keep him away from 90% of business conversations.
Yeah, I don't.
He
no.
really just wants to cut to the chase.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's not how. Yes, that's how some
Right.
guys like. We can have those type of interactions, but sometimes it's conversation that people
Yeah.
they want sponsors and these people they don't. They cut to the
Nah, I
chase.
got no
How
time
much-
for that shit.
How much money are you gonna give me?
Yeah.
I tell you,
Like,
I got
they don't
one
want,
leg on a
like,
banana,
you gotta-
banana peel, one leg in a cemetery at 70,
Yeah.
and I got to worry about bullshit now.
I
Too
gotta
late.
pretend like I'm gonna love you forever before
Right.
you. You
Yeah,
know, I
man.
gotta do something.
I tell all the time, I'll sit in my yard, take care of it.
I got him a
Best way to
T-shirt.
go, right?
Well, I started writing books to keep me out of jail. I didn't know what to do. I said, "Well, do we got to stay in jail? We got to start writing
Well,
books."
Frank, I gotta ask you this. I mean, you don't have
Yeah.
to answer it, but I'm just to do this, the Mob Candy magazines, the information you do. Do you get any shit from?
You know, when we first started, because when I first started, I was still friends,
Okay.
leading the way. And some people came and backed me. Other guys had a problem with it. So
Because
what-
you made clear it wasn't gonna be.
I made clear that it was all
Anything
cool and stuff
active.
like that, but me being close as I was, and what's in this brain of mine, what I know, always dangerous to these people because they don't know. I could stay good for another 100 years, or they don't know, so they get nervous. So some guys used to come over, want to tell me stories, and other guys don't talk to Frankie no more.
Really?
Then I got one skipper that gave me 10,000 one time I needed, and another guys don't talk to him. So it was all fucking crazy.
They were
know?
great. If you don't mind me answering from the outside portion of it, they were great with the fact that really because it's mob, because that's what's intriguing to the audience that we were trying to reach.
But we do
The
nothing
candy
current.
Is the fashion? It's really a Maxim magazine,
Right,
for the
right.
wise
So
guy
it is.
mentality. So that no one is telling about Joe Blow who's dealing in keys.
Yeah, we
or
don't.
stuff.
I never do nothing
do
about somebody current. You
Right.
read all the magazines. I never talk about
We
non-current.
do encyclopedia
Nothing.
stuff for
Makes
the
sense.
mob
Nothing.
portion of it. Like this is the Brooklyn edition, but then Brooklyn hats, Brooklyn place to eat,
The
Brooklyn
girls,
types of
food,
cars, Brooklyn
jewelry,
girls,
clubs to go to, and then we told a couple
And
of
so
gangster
those guys
stories
were
there.
throwing money
But it
at
all for
him.
fucking 100 years ago.
But they
I
were
did
still
that
guys that
purposely
didn't wanna
so no
hear
one
the
come
word
and bust
mob.
my chops.
Okay.
Now a couple
That's the-
times,
That's the word, right?
you
That was
know,
the word.
a good guy want to come and again and help me out. And another guy wants to tell me a story, but he doesn't want to tell me. He can't see who it is. Another time, another guy called me a scumbag. So you're dealing with all kinds of people, man.
But I think it was the word mob. If it was anybody that was tight with him, I thought it was. I
Right.
mean, in my opinion, it was like maybe some like old school gallo guys.
it
that
was
didn't
that
want
was
their
so
names
close
mentioned.
that I should. They said you shouldn't be doing that at all.
Right.
Well, just like the cafe you with the open, they gave
Right.
me grief about
Give me
that.
grief about
Or
the
any
cafe.
podcaster
Another
that's
cafe
doing
you
what
did
they do
open,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy
Didn't you have it open for a while? Though?
Yeah, but then somebody didn't like this. He had to pass.
They wanted
a good,
the word mob
A good
off
guy
18th
kept on
Avenue.
passing
That's
and
what they
annoyed him.
want.
It was an old timer. It annoyed him. So they asked me to take it down, and I said no.
Yeah.
So they went and cut it down. The next day, I took my stuff out. And it was with a partner over there, and I took my stuff out. I said, "There's no talking. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not changing the fucking thing."
Yeah, I
you know what I
remember
mean?
that day.
I said, "Go
get your stuff
And
and
my
let's go
argument
home.
was, "There's 50 rats around. Go bust their balls."
Right.
They put their son. They put their uncle together. Everybody in jail. They were walking around. You want to bust my balls over a sign?
And you already spoke to your rabbi who
Come
who
on,
gave
man.
you
And
the
my
okay.
guy, another guy,
And your guy
said
gave
okay.
the okay, right?
But it was another guy that was a greaseball side of it. He didn't like it. You know what I mean? They don't mind
He
everything
was
there.
old.
They
He
just don't
said,
like the
"When I'm
sign." I
dead.
said, "I'm not changing the sign." So
He said, "When I'm dead, you could put the word mob on
Yeah.
18th
Really?
Avenue." It was
So they
exactly
cut it out.
his exact
Wow.
words.
And I just went that day and I says, I'll go somewhere else. I'm not changing it.
But can I just say something? Walking into this thing, till this day, would be. I'm talking about this thing was a mob museum
Yeah.
/ cafe.
That's beautiful.
You go into the bathroom.
Right.
It was the Gemini Lounge bathroom. It was a
Had
a
blood
curtain
and bodies
that had
hanging in
split,
it.
like
It was
blood
cool.
dripping on it.
Yeah.
Do not look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
It was a dead body in the bathroom. It was the feet coming hanging out.
Right.
It was really the experience
But yeah,
of hanging out.
You do something like
it was
this
Mob
in Vegas,
Candy
they'll
Cafe.
all love it.
My
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I would have been a millionaire
You know,
if I
another
would have
thing,
gave
if you
that
had that,
concept
something we
there.
could do.
We had posters and pictures, every gangster blown up to
Full busts. The whole
had
wall was
busts
a
come
mural
in.
of
We did the bars in the magazine. We
Oh,
took
wow.
we took the magazine apart and
that
we
gloss that you put
glossed
on
it
there.
and we
it was
glossed the
behind
whole
like
bar.
a
It was
see-through
cool.
gloss.
Right,
It was good. It was a good concept. We could do it again, but
Yeah.
like I said, I
Lot of
got
headaches.
a banana peel and the other in the grave, man. I got to worry about doing this shit now. Nah.
Yeah, he's happy with his
We did
scotch
it
and
because it was
cigar.
supposed to be the flagship for the
For the,
way we
yeah.
could, publish the magazine.
Right.
That's what it was.
It
Come
was
over
an
there.
office / cafe with the theme, and then the Mob Wives at the time they were going to do a couple episodes
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
And we had them on the cover of the magazine.
Place was
That
cool.
would've been cool, man.
It was a
That
cool
would've been
place.
great.
It was. We got a few
That would've
pictures
been
left.
We ended up being on the Mob Wives
Right.
because we shot a couple of them for the
Right,
covers, but. It was supposed to be something for us. And that guy ruined it.
How
He's
long ago
probably
was that?
dead now. We should probably
What?
open it up.
That cafe.
One from
Oh, probably about 12 years, 13 years ago.
See, the problem dealing
it was
with
a
when
while
you're
back,
dealing with what
Frank.
you're
Yeah, it
dealing
was
with.
a
You're
while
not dealing
back.
with one person. You're not dealing with one rabbi. You're dealing with a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people.
Right, that's what.
With
And
different
that's-
opinions.
Different opinions.
Yeah,
And
and
you
that's the
can't win.
problem.
You
And
can't
that's
win.
why the answer really was, what'd you tell me? Take the TVs off the wall and let's go home.
Let's go.
That's it.
I'm
He
not
wasn't
changing
changing.
nothing.
I'm like
I'm
that.
not
Let's just
changing
change the
nothing.
name. He goes, why? And he had a good point. He said, why? It's a Mob Candy magazine. It's the Mob Candy Cafe.
Right.
We're publishing a magazine here. If
And
I
you,
can't do
and
that,
you want
I
to
don't
bust
wanna
the
do
balls over that stupid thing when everybody's walking around doing what the fuck they want.
it. Yeah.
And you want to
I
bust
know.
my
Then they had
balls.
to make a
That's what
statement.
annoys me. You want to bust my go bust their balls.
Right.
Don't bust mine. I wrote in the book, the first book. I says because somebody said that you're writing a book and stuff like that, and I said, okay, it's an old book about people are dead. What's it do? Well, that's not right. It's blah, blah, blah. I said, listen. If you want to bust somebody, I wrote in the book. If you want to bust somebody's balls, I made a list. The first book, I list of every rat, and I says, come call me, I'll go with you, or leave me the fuck alone. The whole list. This is the first book. I listed everyone that flipped.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the back of the book. If you go to Lying in the Basement, I give it. And I say the same in the back of the book. I sold a lot of those books, and it says instead of busting my balls over me writing something about people are dead, there's a list of, I don't know, 50 guys. I said, they're all around. I said, go get I'll come with you. Instead of busting my balls. Until then, leave me alone. And they stopped busting my balls.
We don't do rats.
Not
on the
because
show
they're
here.
there, because no one had the
Sammy
balls to
Bull
go
was
bother
gonna
them.
do
I had them
a
all
segment
list.
Don't
here,
say that.
you know.
Hundreds of them. Everybody, even my friend, close guys with me went bad. And I put them in it too. Fuck them too. But and I loved it, those guys. Loved until they went bad. But I mean, I'm not in the shoes, you know, so I don't talk about it. But I said, but go bust their balls. What are you busting my balls for a sign?
All over a sign.
A sign.
You know.
Use the gangsters and you're worried about me. Go
They
kill the
said
people
take
you're
the
supposed to
sign
go
out. You
kill.
can keep the store and you can take the
Nah.
sign out. Or we'll take
I have
it
no
down for
patience
you.
for that. That's
And
why I don't like
24
being around
hours, it was
people.
down
Like,
with,
I don't.
like,
That's why they talk to everybody in
But you stuck to
business.
your guns.
through it.
Huh?
You stuck to your guns.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I told her, even with this, I said, if you don't pick me up, I said home.
I mean, Frankie, I'm on the belt.
I have no, like, you know, what's the word? Care of being here right now. I come because it works for us. You need me, but I didn't want to be here. I said home, but she didn't need me today.
We thought you came for
You didn't
us.
come see us?
I think
No,
he's
I would tell you to come visit at the house. And
Come sit
he
at the
brings us
backyard?
cigars.
That would be good, right? in the
brings us some
backyard.
shrimp.
Absolutely.
Frank, I'm gonna tell you something now, Frank, on camera.
I would've
Next
put the
time you
wine-
see me, I'm gonna give you a cigar, and if I don't, you have every right not to talk to me no more.
We'll talk about it on the show.
I'll bring the wine.
I
bring
think
the
he
wine,
secretly believes in the project, and truth is,
I believe in it,
He
but-
knows what we
but-
got,
Yes.
and we've had it for 20 years.
Yes.
We just didn't meet the right people. Neither one
No,
of
no,
us are
I believe the project, but
people.
if you can do it without me sitting here, I'll be more than welcome. You know, I'm happy about it.
I didn't go to
Just
business
call me up and
class,
say, "Oh,
you know.
the show went good. Good, you did a good job on that show." And I can sit home and smoke a cigar. You know.
It's not always the right time.
Some people
Sometimes
like
you gotta wait
you
a
know,
little bit.
Some people like the camera. Some people, you know, want to do that. I was never that way, man. You know.
I think this
I
does
just like to
better
sit
as a
home and do
podcast
nothing.
than it does as a magazine.
I
It
pet
will.
my
But,
dog.
no,
I got
but
two
we got the
dogs.
magazine.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
In
yeah,
my
yeah.
Now you
mind,
can start
this is
Yeah.
going to take us to the next step of the.
cologne,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
woman's
cologne.
cologne, the
Yeah.
perfume, and
Yeah,
all that.
the
Absolutely.
That's gonna be great.
the parties, the
parties
you know,
are coming
The
back.
parties are fun.
Yeah, of course they're fun.
be
You
a lot
smoke
of them.
cigars.
Cigars
You
are
do the same thing you
fun.
do on the porch. You just do it at a
Sometimes
party.
we get free bottles of liquor. That's fun.
I'm hoping Nick's Lobster
Couple of
caters
girls.
the next event.
Yeah.
That's
Flirt
what
me.
I'm hoping.
Sometimes I
come
get the
to
young
dinner.
girls.
I
to
just
flirt
flew
with me too. That's
salivating
pretty
thinking
cool.
of that spot.
Oh, we ate like
got it,
kings.
yeah.
Especially
That
the
food was
models.
good.
Some models that flirt with me. They don't know I'm married.
We got the
stuff like
lobster
that.
pizza.
Oh,
Yeah, the lobster
married?
pizza.
Bring everything out.
What?
Who?
What?
Every
My
time
wife's
we
married.
go.
I'm not.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It's a vodka sauce. It's a vodka
It's cool when
sauce.
they flirt with you
you
because they want to
crumble
get
it
in
or
the
something?
It's
magazine.
crumbled
Right,
lobster
right,
meat
right.
over vodka cream sauce.
It's delicious.
That's
Food was delicious at Nick's.
I'll come to Brooklyn just for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
It was.
I
it was
actually
good.
invented that
Trust me.
lobster pizza.
the ride.
Gotta go
It
there.
was
my
good.
idea.
It was good.
But yeah, you got to come.
I will.
Yeah, it was
Me and
great.
my
I
wife.
love.
I couldn't make that, but I was talking to my wife.
Next
It's
time
like,
you
oh,
come.
maybe just because we can't go. You might get just me and my wife and kids.
Even though I
Yeah,
ate like
okay.
a
He'll be there.
bird,
He's close.
but he made.
Yeah.
I
Wait
tasted
till the
everything they had
weekend.
on the
Yeah, of
table
course.
because everything was so delicious.
He
I ate
knows
like
we're
a bird.
going, he's going.
And I tasted everything, and everything was good. And I'm not
Everything
just
was
saying
great,
that. 'cause I
yeah.
tell you, I would say nothing right now, but it was really good.
Actually, you
Well,
said
you were
that
there
in
many
the-
years ago before.
I was there
yeah.
when Sonny was
Sonny,
there.
yeah.
And then I didn't go all this time, you know. But then I don't go eat much out. I'm not especially Italian food and stuff like my wife cooks.
She's a great cook.
I'm not going to go for Italian restaurant and pay $35 spaghetti. My wife makes for $1.
You're right. You're
I
right.
won't do that, you know. So
Great.
So what's the name of your cigar company?
It's called San Giuseppe's.
San Giuseppe.
And then they could. You had a code, right?
I have a code. But I have my own blend. I have my own brand.
Do you?
Okay, the brand. Yeah. So.
But they make the cigar. We have
Right.
actually a whole big plant in DR and everything. Yeah,
that's a great place to have cigars.
yeah, it was where it's
You
made.
got mild ones or all strong?
Well, mine is a Gordo, so it's a little stronger.
I figured that.
I have a presence of being strong.
Yeah.
But we have mild ones too.
The mild ones.
What do you like? What do you prefer?
He
I
likes the
smoke,
mild.
I smoke good. I could, what do you call it? I smoke a 66.
Nicaraguan.
Nicaraguan.
Okay.
Mild.
Mild? Gotcha.
Yeah. I smoked so many of them. They're nice and
Yeah.
you know they're light. You know,
I'll take a Maduro
Yeah, he makes a Maduro.
Robusto.
I gotcha.
but it's all cool.
Well,
All
we
right.
wound it down. I
else
just
we gotta
want to
do
say
here?
that everything that
I got places to go, things to do.
Yeah, you
Let's
go
go.
to the porch.
for all the people watching, everything that we discussed in terms of the Saints Code and connecting with them to follow, I'm going to put on the mobcandymagazine.com website so that there's a track there. Along they have their Instagram as well. The magazine, all the books Frankie was talking about will be found on mobcandymagazine.com.
And we're going to follow them.
Capo, we're going to be following your journey from A to Z, and you know,
interviews.
again,
I'm going to be following you guys too.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope it's a long
I'm
journey
scared
for
when
both
Joe
of us.
says that. Like, I don't understand. Everybody else says that. It's great. I'm going to be following you guys too. How close are you going to follow me?
Well, not him. He's going to have people
Please.
follow you.
And we might be putting a GoFundMe up for Uncle Frankie to go to Florida and retire.
There you go. There you
So
go.
we might put it up.
Stay
Maybe
tuned
it'll
to
work.
the
Maybe
GoFundMe.
people send money. I don't know. I say put it up. You never know.
We're
if people
still gonna
send
follow
money.
you. You go to Florida, we'll follow you.
Where you going to Florida?
Just,
Frankie?
you know,
They got a
wanna go.
place in Hollywood.
Hollywood?
Yeah, right across from the Diplomat.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much
Thank you guys, really.
from the Saints Code for
you.
being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
And until next time,
Thank you.
this is Mob Candy Magazine Show, and we're out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie.
We're going to cut that into 2 shows.
Yeah, we
I'm going
have-
to tell you why.
I saw